few essentials so that I'm not eating out all the time. Because remember, this is a Canadian production, and it's quite a nice day. I ended up having a tail light out, so just popped over to the Napa Auto Parts and just grabbed a couple tail lights. It was just one that was burned out, but that's okay. And the cat is just kind of chilling, and the driver's say, "Hello, Zero. Are you tired? Are you tired?" She was not particularly happy at the concept of having to be moved um, when we went to Napa Auto Parts. But let's see how Doggy's doing. Tilk, Jabba, sort of chilling out. He's out like a light. He's super tired. So there's not really a whole lot of any great excitement in the parking lot, but it's just kind of cool to see how things are going. So tonight we'll be in our usual midway point in Kapuskasing, which we should be there. Oh, I don't know, maybe by about 7 or so, 7:30 p.m. I don't really eat meat, generally speaking, so it's been a little bit of a tough journey for me because I've basically been eating Subway, which is mostly nitrates, which you could argue there's not a lot of meat in it, but once you get to Ontario, it's a little bit more, shall we say, oh, I don't know. Like there's more, let's just say there's more vegan options available in Ontario and Quebec. Saskatchewan is, it's a nice place, but in Saskatchewan, the sort of prevailing wisdom is that everything has to kind of, you basically run a steer by and then just kind of take a hunk off of it. So, but other than that, I'm actually surprised at how good of a bit rate we're getting, to be honest, because this is Northern Ontario, and I'm using a grocery store Wi-Fi because I don't have data, just because I'm cheap and I don't feel like paying for data. Because a lot of the time when I'm out on these trips, I don't really want to be bombarded all the time, just because I have people calling me and bugging me, or they want something, and I mean I'm always happy to help out. But I'm not always. It's hard to do. It's hard to troubleshoot stuff when I'm on the road, and I have staff, of course, that are able to do that. So typically, unless it's really urgent, I just when I'm on a trip, typically what I'll do is I'll just not bother with data, and then periodically down the line, if it's a weekday, right? Because we were shooting this in up there with these sort of signals because of the camera a little bit, and then I was like, oops, you lost your connection. Yeah, I find that when I do these sorts of things, I don't need to have data, just because we live in a 24-hour world and I am already in a 24-hour job, and we have staff and that, so it's not really all that necessary to be always on. That'll probably change if I end up going to Montreal for a couple of months if we do the full series for Premier Jeu. But other than that, I would say if it's just like a couple of days or a week punt or whatever, I mean, I don't need to be always on. That's something you kind of learn as a business owner, and as you get older. Well, at least as a business owner, I don't know if people getting older necessarily. I find that it's easy to get saturated. Just everybody thinks that they should be able to contact you all the time. And I do enjoy being contacted, but the 24-hour mode is just something that I try to set expectations. There are some clients, like there are some projects and clients that do require 24-hour, and there's an understanding, but I don't like to be accessible 24 hours all the time to the public. and and doing a TV show, there's sometimes you get the odd little bit of kook mail. That isn't to say that people aren't kooks, that everybody are kooks, but you know, being on television, sometimes you get these sort of you get interesting mail, shall we say. And then I got my producer actually got this little die-cast model, one of the Blue Angels. I thought it was a cool little toy, which you've probably seen in some of the videos here. But other than that, not particularly eventful. But that's the next leg of the trip. At the excitement of the independent grocer, which is basically a Loblaws brand. And then once I get to Kapusgazing, then I'll probably do another one of these.